Today we're going to talk about how to make friends. So how to build your own social circle that you're really, really happy with, that you can go out, laugh, and have a good time with. How do we do that? So this is as much of a science. If you follow the steps, you will build your social circle. So to start off with, before I prescribe any transformational change work, before you start trying to turn your life around, the first critical thing, so don't miss this step, is you must first of all make the initial decision to say that you will be a friend to yourself. Now, this sounds a little bit cringy, like be a friend to myself. You really need to decide to be a friend to yourself. When I say be a friend to yourself, I'm talking about you must first of all make the decision to say that I will be there for me. I will not be my own worst enemy. I will support myself. Because think about it. What is the trait of a really good friend? A good friend is supportive. A good friend is there for you. A good friend is honest. A good friend will encourage you to change. They'll encourage you when you're making mistakes. They'll pick you back up. You must do that for yourself. Because if you're ever in a position where you're trying to improve your life, or things are not where you want them to be just yet, there's a tendency for you to beat yourself down. So you may start thinking there's something wrong with me. I'm broken. My life is a mess. Why are these things happening to me? You can be in a position where you're really beating yourself down. And it's not conducive for growth. It's not conducive for change. So you first of all must make that decision to say that I will be there for myself. Because when you're going through this process, you're going to have your highs, you're going to have your lows. It's not always going to be plain sailing. So you must be in a position to say that I will be there for me. So be a friend to yourself. Be supportive to yourself throughout this process of change. Now that we've got that out the way, let's begin my prescribed plan, full guide on making friends. So the first thing is we're going to start off with you individually as a person. The first thing I'm going to prescribe to yourself is I'm going to prescribe you to present yourself to the best of the ability that you've got. So dress well. Now, there's something about dressing well. Number one, when you dress well, naturally people are going to respect you more. It's just the way that it is. You're thinking, well, why? People should see the contents of my heart and see that I'm a good person. No, I want you to dress well. So dress to the best of your ability at all times. Because when you present yourself well, when you dress well, what you're communicating to the world is you're saying that I am somebody who matters. I am somebody who's important. I am somebody worthy of respect. I think highly of myself. And naturally, by you portraying that through dressing well to the best of your ability, people normally will respond to you in that way. So you want to dress to the best of your ability. So you don't have to have the fanciest clothes. You don't have to be wearing like a whole Gucci belt. You don't have to be doing that. But just dress well. Iron your clothes. Present yourself well. Spray yourself with deodorant. Present yourself well. Get a trim if you can. Comb your hair. It starts off with just the way that you're presenting yourself. That's number one. Present yourself to the best of your ability. Wear clothes that fit. So there are loads of fashion channels on there, so you can start looking at. Maybe I'll link some videos that I've seen on fashion that you can check out. All right, so dress well. The second thing now is that you want to get clear on the things that you're interested in. So make a list of the things that you're really interested in, things that you really like to do. So it could be like art, it could be fitness, like maybe you want to get yourself in shape. It could be media, like you're into cameras and tech. Maybe it's cooking. Write down the things that you're interested in. Now, from writing down the things that you're interested in, you want to start off getting involved in the things that you like to do. So to begin with, you want to start off just doing them on your own. So if you like art, get into the habit of just painting at home on your own, getting involved in the activities that excite you. If you like cooking, start cooking alone. If you like media, I don't know, start playing around with tech. Just start doing things that you enjoy on your own. It starts off there, building and doing the things that you enjoy on your own. It starts off there. Now, once you've finished that step of consistently doing the things that you like to do, what you want to do is you want to start putting yourself in an environment where there are people who like to do the same things as you. So now you've already got the position of you've presented yourself well, so you're dressing well to the best of your ability, presenting yourself well, you're doing the things that you like to do. Now you want to put yourself in the situation, put yourself in an environment where people have the similar interest to you. So for example, let's say you like physical fitness, like you want to get yourself in shape. Okay, what can you do? You can get yourself and go to the gym. You can start taking gym classes. If you like art, find an art club, an art community or whatever, and go there. And the main thing is that when you're putting yourself in this environment of people who share similar interests to you, you need to be consistent. So you need to be frequenting this place consistently. You need to be there, going consistently. People need to start recognizing your face, so you need to be going there consistently. Now, when I said the first step of dressing well, presenting yourself to the best of your ability, I'm going to be mindful of this. So dressed in line to the context of the place that you're going. So if you're like an artsy person and you're going to be going painting, don't be wearing a three-piece suit, right? Wear something that's appropriate to where you're going, but make it nice. Dress yourself to the best of your ability. If you're going to the gym, get yourself some nice gym gear, some nice gym trainers, or a nice tracksuit that matches. A matching tracksuit always does wonders, and put yourself in that environment to the best of your ability. So if you've not got the money right now, then just present yourself as best as you can. You just need to be there consistently. Just do what you can. Now, the reason why I say being there consistently is that when you're frequenting there consistently, you're going to begin to notice that people who are really serious about the things that you're really interested in, because they will also be consistent too. So when I think about the friendship group that I've got, like the core people that I'm really, really close with, our bonds normally started off from sports or from gym. So a lot of the friends I've got right now, I met in the gym. So I'd go there consistently. I see a couple people, would spot each other one or two times, and you know what, the conversation banged, and then we became close. But it starts off from you going there consistently, because you start recognizing faces, and when people see your face enough times, normally their defense mechanisms go down, and they're more open and more receptive to speaking to you. Now, while you're also consistently visiting these environments that you're going to be going in, you want to make it a habit to smile. And when we're talking about smiling, we're talking about, like a real genuine smile. So just smile at people when you walk in. Hello. How you doing? So none of these fake smiles, none of this like, oh, the smile that doesn't touch your eyes. Just smile. Smile and say hello. You don't even need to do too much about anything more than that. Smile and say hello. And then keep going there consistently. Smile and say hello. Keep going there consistently. Smile and say hello to the people you see consistently, and keep going there consistently while presenting yourself to the best of your ability. This is a very important step. There's a proverb that says that for one to have friends, one must be friendly. So start off with just smiling, because in smiling, what does that communicate to others? It says that I am approachable. I'm not a mean person. This is probably somebody I can talk to. All you have to do is that. Go there consistently and smile. Now, what will also happen is that once you begin that process of smiling, or if you're a guy, head of acknowledgement or whatever, and you're presenting yourself well and you're doing well, you look good, is that with the people that you see consistently, conversations will naturally unfold. It will happen. I'll give you guys an example. At the gym, the way it worked is because I remember I moved to a new gym. So I used to go to, I'm not going to bait myself out. I used to go to one gym and then I moved to another one. All right, so at this gym when I first came, I didn't know that many people. I only had like one or two friends who were training at this particular gym at the time. So what I do is I'll go there consistently, and then I'll nod at people. So you see people who are there consistently, and you when you begin to see each other and you suss each other out, there's that little like acknowledgement of respect when you're walking past each other. You nod, you go, yep, yes, you okay, you okay, you okay. You do that enough times, then it's like, yes, bro, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good. Then it develops a little bit, yes, bro, how you doing? What are you training today? Oh, I'm training chest, I'm doing this and this and this. Oh, cool, have a good session. And then before you know it, you're like, the conversation builds and it builds and it builds, and then eventually you start training together. It'll be the same with you guys. You go there enough times, you have little small talk here and there, and it'll build. Now, when the opportunity for the conversation begins to blossom, which it will, the opportunity will present itself to you. The most important thing now is you want to build your ability in one-on-one interactions. Now, when we're talking about one-on-one interactions, one thing you have to really understand about people and understand about human nature is that people by nature are me monsters. So when we're talking about people being me monsters, we're saying that people's favorite topic of conversation is themselves. Your favorite topic of conversation is yourself. My favorite topic of conversation is myself. And when somebody really takes interest in you as a person and asks questions and really listens attentively, you normally like them. You really need to try this. But when you're interacting with people, you want to make your mission to really listen attentively, right? Listen to what they're saying, and then ask follow-up questions. So let's say you're in the gym, right? And you meet somebody and you're like, you're chatting a little bit. They're telling you, oh, I'm going to train chest today. I'm going to be doing bench press or whatever. The next time you see them, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember you said you're doing your chest session yesterday. How did it go? Yeah, and then, you talk a little bit and they're like, oh, this person actually listened. Yeah, I did train chest. And then, they'll tell you a little bit about it. You can ask them questions about their workout, right? If somebody says, I'm going away to Bali with my girlfriend next weekend for 3 weeks, whatever, when they come back, how was Bali? How did it go? I've got a job interview next week. How did the job interview go? Follow-up questions. Really pay attention to what people are saying. Now, when you're listening to people, one thing that will also separate you from yourself is give undivided attention. So when somebody's talking to you, put your mobile phone away, put your devices away, and listen attentively to what they're saying. So look at them, look them in the eye, for a couple seconds, then look over to like the left, look over to the right, lock eyes again. Give undivided attention. And what you'll notice is that when you do this long enough and you do this consistently, people will begin to open up to you. They'll tell you more about their lives. They'll begin to start telling you things that they've never told anybody else, simply because listening is a dying art. People have never really been listened to like that. And naturally, when you do listen to people and they're telling you about their life, they'll normally start taking interest in you. So they'll ask you a couple questions about yourself as well. And in doing this, you have the opportunity to also share a little bit about yourself. And you listen, and it'll go both ways. Now, naturally, most people may not necessarily have the habit of asking follow-up questions. Not everybody does that. It's a rare skill. So you may have to sift through a couple people to do this. But the thing is, to get yourself to be likable, to get yourself to rise within the ranks of that specific echo chamber that you're in, of the people who share the same interests as you, you must pay attention. Because if you do this with enough individuals, what normally happens is that enough individuals begin to like you. So all these people begin to like you. That ups your value in that specific echo chamber. And then it's easier to make friends because other people want your acknowledgement now. You're climbing up the ranks. But it starts off with you taking interest in others. So it's not a manipulation thing. So it can't be like, oh, well, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to do what Josh said. I'm going to use his tactics and listen to people. And then I'll climb up the ranks of this echo chamber and then I will be king. Bro, you can't. you can. But you can't. No. Take interest in people. So genuinely take interest in people. So make it your mission to also remember people's names as well. Key point. When you're going into these particular places, when somebody's name is mentioned and they say the name, memorize it, write it down in your notepad, and then make it your mission to the next time that you see them. You say, hi, Karen, Steve, John. Memorize people's names. That's the way that it works. And if you do that long enough, before you know it, you have a community of people right there, right? And then, of course, you can start hanging out and doing other things. But that's what's going to get your foot in the door. So number one, dress to the best of your ability. So present yourself well. Pretty privilege is a thing. Number two, begin engaging in the activities that you're interested in to begin with on your own. Number three, put yourself in the environment where people are doing the thing that you like to do. Number four, while you're in that environment, smile and say hello. Smile and say hello. Hello. Right? Number five, naturally, as you're consistent in going there, conversations will begin to unfold. The opportunity for conversations will begin to unfold. So when conversations unfold, really listen attentively to what people are saying. So ask questions, be interested, remember what's been said to you, remember their name, and follow up. And if you follow up, the bond will naturally form. And if you do that with enough people, of course, your social value will rise within that environment, right? And then you will be king in that environment. You will rise. Okay, so that's the idea for today. So that's how you build your own community of friends. You guys take care, and I'll be back again for the next one. Peace and love.